Hey, recent headlines may have you wondering, what's happening next for mortgage rates. I'm going to share with you what rates are expected to do in 2024 and what it means for you. So maybe you've previously heard, there were going to be rate cuts going on this year that would, bring rates down, right? Well, that refers to the Federal Reserve, okay? And what they're going to be doing with their Fed funds rate. While cutting or lowering the Fed funds rate doesn't directly determine the mortgage rates, it does tend to impact them. But when the Fed met last week, a cut didn't happen. Well, at least not yet. There are a lot of factors the Fed considered in the recent decision, and most of them are pretty complex, but you don't need to be bogged down by those finer details. What you really want is the answer to this one question, right? Does that mean that mortgage rates are going to be going down? So here's what you need to know. Mortgage rates are still expected to drop this year in 2024. While that hasn't happened yet, that doesn't necessarily mean it won't. Even Jerome Powell, who's the chairman of the Federal Reserve, he says that they still plan to make cuts this year, assuming inflation, cools down. Jerome says, "We believe that our policy rate is likely at its peak for the tightening cycle, and that if the economy evolves broadly as expected, it will likely be appropriate to begin dialing back policy restraint at some point this year." And when this happens, history shows that mortgage rates will likely follow. That means hope isn't lost. As a recent article from the Business Insider explains, as inflation comes down and the Fed is able to start lowering rates, mortgage rates should go down too. But you don't necessarily want to wait for that to happen, right? Mortgage rates are extremely hard to forecast. There are so many factors at play, and any one of those can change the projections as the economy, shifts up or down. And that's why the experts offer this advice. As Mark Fleming, who's the chief economist at First American, he says this, well, mortgage rate projections are just that, projections, not promises, and don't forget how hard it is to forecast them. So my advice is to never try to time the market. If one is financially prepared and buying a home aligns with your lifestyle goals, then it could be the right time to purchase. And there's always the refinancing option if mortgage rates are lower in the future. Basically, if you're looking to move and trying to time the market, don't even get in. But if you're ready, willing, and able to move, it still is probably worth it, especially if you can find, that home that you've been searching for in this market where there's such low inventory. So if you're looking to make a move, whether you're 9 days or 9 months out, let's connect so you can have someone on your side keeping you updated with mortgage rates, and helping you make the best decision possible. Just reach out by phone, email, or book a call on my calendar using the contact information in the description below, and we can talk about what your next best steps are. Otherwise, I highly recommend that you check out the video that we're putting on the screen now and subscribe to our channel to keep up with everything about San Diego real estate and our housing market. Thanks so much for watching, and I look forward to helping.